everyone. Jared Hall in the Entertainment Weekly Comic-Con 2024 studio with the cast and director of Thunderbolts. We got a big crew here. Julia Louis-Dreyfus, Pullman, David Harbour, Sebastian Stan, Florence Pugh, Geraldine Viswanathan, Wyatt Russell, Hannah John-Kamen, and director Jake Schreier. And that's it. We're done. Okay, no, that's our time. That's our time.
That's all the time we have, really.
But no, here's where I want to start with Florence and David. This father-daughter relationship. It feels like it's taken a real front seat in this film. Correct me if I'm wrong, of course. But I'm curious how their relationship evolves.
It starts out terrible, and then it ends pretty terrible too.
Well,
spoiler alert. No, I mean we saw some of it in Black Widow, right? And I think we're expanding on that. We're a couple years. We start a couple years away from that. I don't think Alexi's in the best place, and there's a bit of an estrangement happening. And I think part of the film is, I think for a lot of these characters, you know, not to get too deep on it, but it deals a little bit with mental illness and self-hatred for sure, and the tripping over of yourself. And I think that part of what this family dynamic is about is overcoming these things in themselves to sort of, you know, unlock who they really are as people.
It's Marvel's first indie film.
It's got to be a first for everything, right?
Todd Solondz was the first director. He was fired. Jake was brought on.
There you go. But expanding on that, I think we heard it was described as new levels, right, to this relationship.
I think David and I in the first movie, as much as we possibly could, squeezed as much as we could out of the time that we had together. And I think knowing that we were both coming back to do any version of a second movie, there is no way that we couldn't jump into a further go at where these people are in the states of their lives right now. And I think purely because of what Jake wanted to make and the story that we were allowed to do, we were also, as characters that are hugely complex and very difficult to live alongside one another, were able to go into a very bizarre but pure and human father-daughter relationship that I was so grateful to be able to do, especially with an actor like David, and also the fact that we've been there before and we've done it before. The stakes just get so much higher and it becomes more important. There's no way that we would have been able to do this movie without going there between the characters. So we just feel very grateful that we were allowed to kind of dive in and do it properly.
Yeah. Well, on the topic of like the big group dynamics, Sebastian, can you hear me down there? Yep, great. You know, you of course you went from being a villain in a team of heroes to being on a team of these, you know, anti-heroes, kind of semi-reformed villains. So I'm curious, how does Bucky respond to being in a group like this?
Well, you know, it's any toxic relationship brings out more fun things, even from the past. Well, I think he sort of is surprised by how much of a, you know, kinship he feels with everyone. So it's an odd pairing, but it's also really nice for him as a character, I think, in terms of the direction that we're taking him. So it's exciting.
And there's, in terms of like the relationship between these two, what can you kind of tease with Bucky and Elena?
Between me and him?
Yeah, is there...
I mean, who has the best hair? I don't know.
That's the... And what's...
That's for the audiences to figure out.
Right.
That's kind of what the movie's about. Yeah. I guess you didn't do your research. Who has the best hair?
Spoilers.
Sorry. Kevin's going to fire me now.
It'll be a long
Sebastian,
debate, it feels like. Yeah. Geraldine, while I'm on the back row there, I mean, what can you tell us about who you're playing? Because it feels like we don't know a ton. Is it within the world of the politics? Is it within the world of superpowers? Is it?
I'm in the world of Valentina. I'm kind of her little right-hand man, and kind of going, wait a minute, who is this, and what's she doing? Yeah, so we're really paired up, which is a dream. That's Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Yeah. Louis, we saw in the footage that you were in a hospital gown, so I'm wondering, like, what is the struggle there? What is, what's the problem? And are you the problem?
luck with that question.
I'll just say very little struggle in being in a hospital gown compared to these suits that a lot of these folks were in. There's a lot of peeing difficulties that were going on that I witnessed, and I was pretty liberated. Yeah, sweat. So I was actually, it was hard to come into the Marvel universe and to be in such a blessed place in terms of costumes. No, but I will say, it was great to be in such a space of freedom and and liberation. Yeah, what do you want to know?
I think you teased enough there. Yeah, that's fine. That's
There you
fine.
have it.
Hannah, I'm curious what your your MCU hopes were after Ant-Man. Like, did you know there were long-term plans to weave you back into the fold?
Well, I remember when I was doing Ant-Man and the Wasp, and I did my research in my character, looking at the comic books and a lot of the comics. There was Thunderbolts. I remember saying to Kevin, "Oh wow, look, it's Ghost in like another thing called Thunderbolts," and he was like, "Yeah, I know." I was like, "No, but I didn't actually know even in the middle of Ant-Man where Ghost was going to go, and it was actually amazing, kind of discovering the journey and where we left her in this very vulnerable, fighting for her life, always in constant pain place. And in this movie, we find her in control of that. So it's given me the power and Ghost the power to discover who she is, what she is around others, and how she plays, if she plays with others.
Wyatt, the stunts in this film, I understand, are just some really incredible next level stuff. I'm just curious what you were really excited to do, and what if there's like a particular set piece that you guys are just like, holy crap, can't wait for this.
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of set pieces that I'm excited for people to see that I can't, talk about.
Talk specifically about that one.
Yeah, there was this one thing, man, that backflip. I'm just excited for people to see. Look, stunts in Marvel movies, they're great. Okay, everybody knows that. Everybody expects that. So that's an expectation of a bar that's set. That Florence said earlier today on stage. Without the stunt team, sorry, these movies probably aren't very good. So they do such an incredible work. It's true. If I'm out there fucking throwing kicks around, nobody's coming. I'm the only option you got.
Biggest box office bomb in history.
Wyatt was incredible at shin kicking.
Kicks.
That's the tagline.
Rotten Tomatoes, 8%.
In my rider, it's like if I throw a kick above the waist, dude, it ain't me. So I'm super excited for the roundhouse kicks.
Wait, say what you would say though. Like we'd be shown the stunts coordinate, like the scene that was going to happen, and then everybody would look to us, and Wyatt would go, I think this is a Justin. I think this is a Justin stunt. This looks like a good. This is a good Justin moment.
I'm like, have you guys seen Justin kick? Have you seen me kick? So no, I am excited for everyone to see that. But what I am really excited for people to see is the inner workings that we were able to create with the characters that you don't often get to dive that far into because the kicks are so good that you just don't even have time to get character development. This time, we really focused, I think, on that, and I think that it's special that way. But go for the kicks, stay for the
emotional
complexity and the mental health issues.
That's all you need to know about this film, really. Yeah. Julia, what have you kind of relished in terms of as you start to find discover new things about this character and
Well, in this film, she certainly takes advantage of people that we've come to think of as underdogs and uses that to her advantage. And it's fun, I think. It was fun for me to play a hyper manipulative person who is about 4 steps ahead of everyone in the piece, and that was cool. And I did my share of kicking ass. I did.
That was our first meeting. I was like, yeah, we're gonna have a lot of character depth and this other stuff. And you're like, can I punch someone?
And I did.
And you did.
Is it still in the film?
In the throat.
It's still in the film. It
It's
was
still in the
excellent.
You wanted a full punch. All right. I mean, because some people are like, give me a, but you wanted.
I really am not at liberty to give you any more details.
She goes method.
Oh, method. Oh, we should wrap this up soon then, huh? Jake, what was it like getting all these people into the room at the same time? Not just like the actors, but these characters.
Yeah, I think it's just obviously you'd be so lucky to get even half of these people in a film and to get to work with all of them. It just felt, so fortunate to come to work every day, but also a group of actors that was excited to do something new. And everything with this film, what Kevin said to me when I came in was like, please do something different with it. And to do that requires a whole team of people that are excited about doing that don't just hold on to what they've done in the past, but are excited to write a new chapter. And the talent involved to do that, you've got all these tools and there's all that stuff, and none of it works without just what's on their faces, and to see that every day, I don't know, it just was, I feel very, I'm a lucky guy.
Louis, a casual observation that we made. Your character's name, it seems, is Bob, right?
Yeah.
And you were Bob in Top Gun 2. So what's up with that?
What's wrong with
Oh,
that?
not at all.
Everybody
Is it
wants to know what
every
the
character
asterisk means.
Every character.
It means that we are connected to the Tom Cruise universe.
That's
This
what
We're
I'm
the first
getting
MCU
at.
property.
Thank
Top
you.
Gun
That's-
Maverick 3, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a second happening, and then this is coming out in a while. Yeah. No, it's very complicated, but that is the general gist. Yeah.
Same character, different franchises. Okay. All right.
No, they are incredibly different. All I'll say is that everyone, has their own nicknames, and Bob is not his only name, as
Okay.
Louis is not my only name.
What? What's your other name?
You just went to dinner with my dad on Thursday. I'm sure he referenced me as Magoo, Lou Magoo. Bob is not all he goes by.
That's on your birth
That's all I'm saying.
certificate.
Gooster, Goomeister, limitless.
Lou Magoo.
Your parents at a young age.
That's it, Entertainment Weekly.
Lou Magoo Pullman. That's
call him Robert
That's
De
how
Niro.
I
name.
go. now.
All right,
Yeah.
all right.
Please refer to me
Covering
only
something
as
new
that.
every
So
day.
it's like to see Maverick 3.
Starring Lou Magoo.
Oh gosh.
Hopefully.
Last thing here, I can't let you go, Julia, without getting your take on this Veep resurgence the past week or so. What's it been like?
It's been a wild thing to witness. Yeah.
Yeah.
Viewership went up something
Yeah.
insane, like 350%.
Meme
What the hell?
specific, the phone call, the in the bathroom, it's happening. Like
Yeah,
all these.
I know.
Yeah.
It's wild. I'm delighted. I'm happy people are getting a kick out of it. And I know that Kamala Harris is big time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
indeed. Working to her advantage quite well.
I
think.
certainly
Yeah.
hope so. Please vote, ladies and gentlemen. Please vote.
Yes, vote for sure. And see this movie when it is in theaters on.
May 2nd,
Yes.
2025.
May 2nd.
We got a while, but mark your calendars now. You can, make.
You can pre-order tickets.
At
Not
some
yet.
point, yeah. But mark your calendars to know when to buy the
You
tickets.
can
Yeah.
write it in a calendar.
Right.
You can go to David's house. We'll put it on the screen.
I'll print out some tickets.
Print it out,
With a
reminders,
QR
post-it
code.
notes. We'll get some pre-printed ones. Yeah, guys, thank you all so much for being here. Congratulations, and we'll see you down the line as we get closer to release date.
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks, everyone.